And finally, let's take a look at this one. Here we have a left turn. We also have that's another left turn. That is now a right turn. And this is a right turn. This is a left turn, and this is a right turn. Okay, so now we have a combination of right turns and left turns. So we're really just going to follow the same type of pattern as we had last time, where we're going to build up our if statements here. So I'm going to add an elif, and then I'm going to add another elif. Okay, and so here we're checking if there is a piece of road that exists in front of us, then we're going to move forwards. If there is another piece of road that is towards our left, then we are going to turn left. And if there is another piece of road that is on our right, we can turn right. Okay, so because then we've got three types of directions that we can move here. So let's just check this one out. Okay, cool. So we've got a perfect score there, and now this algorithm here will work for any type of road where there are right turns and left turns. So pretty much a whole bunch of different roads do fulfill that criteria. So that will work for a lot of roads and a lot of maps. It will not work, for example, for roads that have got a dead end, for instance. Okay, and it will also not work for roads with obstacles in it, which will be what some of the other levels will start including. Dead ends, there'll be cows on the road, so you have to honk at them, etc., etc. One last thing to note here is we have an if, an else if, and an else if. The other thing we can do is actually not use an else if at the end, and just put an else. Okay, now this block has got an if, an else if, and an else. And what the else means, I'm just going to get rid of this condition here. What the else means is if the first condition is not true, that is no road exists forward, and if it then checks the second condition, and if there is no road that exists towards the left, the only option remaining in our level here is a turn that goes towards our right. So in this level, we actually don't need to check if the road exists towards the right, because that is the only other option that's left. We can just do an else, which you can kind of see there if you hover over the tooltip, which is the action that gets done if everything else above it is false. So let's just check that this also works very quickly. And we also get a perfect score there. So that's how the if statement works, checking for conditions, so the same way that a condition is used in the repeat block, but we can take different actions depending on the result of the condition, and we can do multiple checks by putting them inside if, else if, and else's.